Quiet on the set.
Camera speed.
Sound production, take one.
Action!
It takes a master of every single facet of film production. The imagination and all the technical execution, all the people skills you need. You make a movie for $5 million and it brings in almost $100 million. One of the greatest all-time film returns we've ever seen. M. Night Shyamalan. We love this guy here on this podcast. Tonight, we're talking The Visit 2015. We can maybe call this M. Night's comeback movie. Because he makes this movie, let's just say, he's got 4 straight, highly publicized, the best of Hollywood in front of your face flops. These flops, these disappointments, Warner Brothers, 20th Century Fox, Paramount, and Sony, every single studio lost money with Lady in the Water, The Happening, The Last Airbender, After Earth. Now, on this podcast, AKAPADers, and welcome back. It's the 31 Days of Dread Extended. We're extending the dead. We're doing horror movies. We do extra horror movies at night, some nights for the month of October. 31 Days of Dread, if you guys aren't familiar. One horror movie a day for the entire month of October. We got to talk about this. Universal Pictures, Comcast. They're here in Philly. I'm in Philly. The corporate headquarters is not even a mile from where I live. I walk by it almost every single day. They strike a arrangement with M. Night. And M. Night basically sits everyone down and says, just give me some money. Just give me some money. I have some ideas. So he makes The Visit. Now, going into this movie, I've never seen it before. I knew the hook of the movie. And holy crap. Knowing the hook and I believe a surprise shock ending leans into the fun of it all. Now, here's the thing. There's a lot of commentators out there. And we have to compare the film buff to other commentators. There's a lot of individuals out there that want to say that M. Night lost a little bit of juice, flavor, mojo in his endings. And his endings aren't what they used to be, blah, 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 blah. Here's his great endings. And I'm just going to take it from the top. Sixth Sense, Unbreakable, Signs, The Village. That block there. Incredible revelations at the end. Then we have his, let's just call it his studio era. Then he gets back to filmmaking. He's like the only one of these filmmakers that goes back to like a zero budget type film. George Lucas and Francis Ford Coppola have all these guys always talk about it. I think even James Cameron has floated that to get back to filmmaking. After we make the biggest movie of all time, let's just get back to filmmaking and make lower budgeted movies, right? The only guy that's done it consistently, budget wise, is Woody Allen, by the way. But at M. Night, he has this right. He has this rise to power. He becomes a Hollywood writer. Stuart Little, Scooby-Doo. He becomes a little bit of that factory. He's a little bit in that machine. He changes everything in 1999 with Sixth Sense. 1999 also one of the most transformative years in cinema, in Hollywood. So Universal says, can you make a movie? with a if we're going to give and M Night makes it for $5 million. The next year he follows it up with Split, another shock movie. We have to connect the surprise ending of The Visit with Sixth Sense. We really do. The Visit has no one of note. It has 2 old people and 2 kids. It's the most unlikely cast you can ever imagine. It's beyond me why this movie, and if you guys can't tell, this movie is a full-on recommendation. It's beyond me that The Visit isn't heralded more. It's not paid attention to more. To me, The Visit is a important film, period. So he gives us the Split, and 3 years later he gives us Glass. He completes a trilogy. So now M. Night has a trilogy. He has Unbreakable, Split, and Glass. Split, everyone loves. So he gets these like back-to-back mega hits. Glass, right? But people show up for it. We get Old, 2021. Old, I have long to bring to you guys. Maybe we'll squeak it in October. Old is legit great horror movie, great gimmick. It's the one where people go to the island and they age. Like all the young people start to turn old. We already spoke about Knock at the Cabin. Batista, The End of the World, somewhat the 4 Horsemen of the Apocalypse. It's really cool stuff. The next year, as highlighted here, Trap, a movie much benign. I've seen it since I've spoken about it here on the Film Buff podcast. Trap, 2024, Josh Hartnett. He's a great villain. He is such a great creepy villain. The more I watch that movie, the more I understand how he controls these situations. And nothing is by accident. And if you go into the movie with a level of understanding from the antagonist, I think it just heightens the overall experience. But AKAPAD, I don't want to spoil the ending of The Visit. Here's the hook of the movie. A mother is estranged from her grandparents, or from her parents. Her children have never met their grandparents. They reunite through the glory of the internet, and she sends the kids off to the grandparents. The Visit. And then there's a slow bleeding dissection of the situation. And it's not what you expect. And it's awesome. Like I said, I love the last couple minutes of this movie. I think it's fantastic. All right, AKAPAD. Look, we're M. Nighters here, though. I have to say. Because even during what I call his studio era, Lady in the Water is there. I like The Last Airbender. I like After Earth. Maybe his only film in his entire filmography that I could truly criticize as of, let me critique it to dissect why it doesn't work, is 2008, The Happening. A film I've only seen one time, but The Happening online, little bit of a resurgence. I'm seeing more and more about The Happening, like it seems like every single week. So, AKAPAD, The Visit, 2015, an absolute must-watch.
Roll sound. Rolling. Sound production.
Let
take
me
2.
cut in. Sorry, AKAPAD. I know it's such a hot, passionate episode, but I'm breaking the flow real quick just to remind you guys. If you want to support me, one of the best, easiest, and free ways to do it, leave a comment, give me a like. I know there's someone out there that you know that loves film as much as I do, that love the film industry as much as I. Show this to them. Comments, likes, and reviews, positive or negative, it doesn't matter. We need to increase our reach, and to do that requires your involvement in everything that I do. We're linked. We're forever bound. You're the membrane. I'm the muscle. So guys, Let's just do it. One review. Do you have it in you? Okay, back to the show.
Okay, that's a wrap.